Guys, it's good to be in Ohio. I am from the Midwest as well, so it's good to be back. I got to go home. I got to go home before I came to this, and it's so fun to go home because you get to see what new, weird things your parents are doing. The new thing my dad is doing is he's almost completely blinded, but he won't get glasses because he's embarrassed. He thinks glasses make him look old. So instead of getting glasses, my dad has been carrying around a giant magnifying glass. And anytime he needs to see, he just pulls out the magnifying glass. I was like, oh, you definitely don't look old. You do look like Inspector Gadget. It's humongous. I found out because we were at a restaurant together, we were at dinner, and he pulled it out to read the menu. And I was like, Dad, what are you doing? I was like, this is concerning. He goes, oh, what, because you're embarrassed? I'm like, no, because you drove us here. This is crazy. My parents are so great. They're just very simple people. They're very Midwestern people. It's great. My mom's the same way. They're just like so friendly. People are almost like suspicious of how nice they are. Like, especially like girlfriends. Like, if you're a girl, meeting my parents is like going on daytime TV. Because my mom will bring you in the house and be like, okay, I understand that you do marketing, but I would have guessed supermodel because you are so pretty. Tom, isn't she pretty? And my dad will be like, she sure is, Dana. Now you two keep talking while I fall asleep in this chair. They're so great. You guys might think I'm joking, but I swear to God, the last girl I brought home, my mom brought her into the house, and within the first 5 minutes, she wanted to make her feel like part of the family. So she made this girl stand against our door frame, and then she measured her and marked her height on the door frame. Guys, just as a general rule, I don't date girls who should be expecting growth spurts. I feel like that's a dynamite rule, right? Also, you want your mom to like get to know your girlfriend, not perform like a physical evaluation on her. My girlfriend was like, do you think your mom even likes me? And I was like, well, that's all gonna depend on your 40-yard dash. So I don't know. I'd lace them up tight is what I do. They're awesome. I can't wait to get older. I can already tell it's happening. There's some signs. Like, I was almost completely bald about 3 years ago. I was losing my hair. I know. Can you believe it or not? And I wasn't ready to lose my hair. Like, me balding, I just looked like Blake Griffin if he had polio. So, dead ringer. I wasn't ready to lose it. So I went to the doctor, and I got on this medication called Propecia. She's like, take this every day. Your hair will grow back. But I will warn you, you will become dependent on this chemical. So if you ever stop taking this medication, you will lose all of your hair within 30 days. I was like, are you giving me a prescription, or am I being cursed by a witch? That's crazy. I have to take it every day for the rest of my life to have hair? So now I don't feel like I have hair. I feel like I have a subscription to my hair. Does this make sense? It's insane. It's made compliments meaningless. Because finally people are starting to be like, oh my God, I love your hair. And I'm like, thanks, but it's a rental. Don't get attached. It's so expensive. I have to pay for it every month out of pocket. Do you guys realize how much pressure I'm under at my job? That if I lose my job, I will also lose my hair? I've never worked harder in my life. My boss is like, oh my God, somebody wants a promotion. I was like, I want a ponytail. He was like, no, like, where do you see yourself like in 5 years? I was like, I feel like here would be cool. I feel like that'd be cool. And my dad's a bald man. You've seen these people. They're everywhere. And they're amongst us. And he found out how much I pay to have hair. And you know how weird dads get about money? He got so mad. He was like, Daniel, this is so irresponsible. What a waste of money. He goes, don't you want to own a home one day? And I was like, my brother, are you not listening to me? I don't even own my own hair. A home isn't even the next thing I'd like to buy. I'm building equity right now is what I'm doing. I don't want to lose my hair because you guys just stopped hating people with red hair. Oh, did you notice that? It wasn't always this way. When I was in 6th grade, the Gingers Have No Souls episode of South Park came out. We remember, yes, there we go. Red hair, there we go, you get it. You'll relate to this. I didn't watch South Park because my parents aren't divorced, so I didn't... Didn't know what you guys were into. Completely missed the boat. You guys got so weird for so long. It's starting to calm down, which is great. It makes my life easier. makes a lot of things easier. Like, it makes dating a lot easier. I'm already a very specific person to date in relationships. Like, I'm really emotional in relationships, which I think is cool, but it also kind of makes dating me like dating a Christian camp counselor. Right? Because, like, I talk about my feelings a lot, and I smell like sunscreen most of the time. And I'm always trying to have sex with you, so I think that completes the metaphor for sure, right? Relatable. I end up in a lot of, see if you relate to this. I end up in a lot of weird dating situations. Like the last girl I dated, we broke up because she cheated on me, which is a bummer, okay? Tough to forget. Also tough because when my mom measured her, she used permanent marker. So it's still there. Every time I go home, there's a reminder that I'm still alone and that she is still 5'7". And there's a part of me that believes no matter how much time passes, she'll always be 5'7". Okay. Right? Okay. It's a little more complicated. We broke up because she cheated on me, stay with me, by having a threesome. Oof. Yeah, no one knows what to say to you when this happens. You guys felt the energy in the room. No one knows what to say to you. I told my best friend in the world, and he goes, "Oh." Which, you know, it's bad news when you confuse someone so much they become Japanese. That's bad news. I told him, I was like, my girlfriend cheated on me in a threesome, and he goes, "Oh my God, do you mean without you?" And I was like, yeah, without me. I would be just telling the story so much differently. Also, how would I get cheated on and be there? Like, I'm hooking up with my girlfriend, and I'm like, wait a second, what's going on back there? Who the hell is this? No, I was not there. Everyone else was in attendance except for me. But to her credit, I found out because she told me. She apologized, okay? She sat me down, she goes, "I need to tell you something, I'm sorry. I had a threesome." And it's tough to accept an apology when it feels like the person's also doing a sick brag. I was like, okay, cool guy, good for you, that's awesome. And she wanted to keep dating, which I thought was crazy. She thought we could work through it. But when your girlfriend has a threesome, it reminded me a lot of when growing up my dog ate a bunch of chocolate. I was like, I hope you enjoyed the experience, because this is goodbye. Shouldn't have put all that stuff in your mouth, you know what I mean? Not my fault. And the story just got worse and worse and worse. She goes, "No, you don't understand. It was an accident." She goes, "I was at this party and I just walked in these two people and I joined." And I feel like that's less relatable because I've walked in on people having sex before, never been asked to lend a hand. To be fair, I was 12 and it was my parents. And you would not believe what my dad was doing with the magnifying glass. Oh! I don't even know what that could mean. Use your imagination. All right, I'll tell you guys one more story real fast. This might not surprise you at this point, but growing up, I had some strange interests. Like, I was obsessed with magic growing up. Okay. That's the premise, not the punchline. I loved magic so much. My hero was TV magician Criss Angel. Do you guys know the mind freak? Okay. If you don't know who he is, picture like if a Ouija board had a six-pack, was kind of Criss Angel. I love magic. In middle school, I loved magic. I rode a unicycle to school. Yeah. Not that close either. I rode it a long way. I had really long red hair, and I would wear a shark tooth necklace every day. In middle school, these are the 4 horsemen of eating lunch alone. But I loved magic. I would practice, Criss Angel's magic. I would practice magic in like escapes in my room for hours and hours. I even thought it'd be cool to dress like Criss Angel, but I didn't own leather pants as a child. So one day in 6th grade, at the height of Gingers Have No Souls, I wore a full wetsuit to school. Okay, no one thought I looked like Criss Angel. Between the long red hair and the wetsuit, I looked like Shark Boy and Lava Girl. People were wildly confused, but like I said, I would practice his tricks and his escapes in my room for hours and hours. And stay with me one more time. I feel like middle school is the perfect time to learn magic because no one wants to interrupt a 14-year-old boy who's locked in his bedroom. Everyone just assumes you're doing a different sleight of hand in there. Right, so I'd be in there for hours, and finally my mom was getting suspicious, and one day she burst through the door, and I swear to God, I was fully handcuffed to my bed frame. And she comes in, and you just see the face of a woman being like, this is worse than I could have ever imagined. She was like, Daniel, what are you doing? This is ridiculous. And I was like, relax, I'll put them back in your nightstand. What's the big deal? Chill. Well, my parents thought I was this gross pervert, which you guys know me. That's not true. That's not true. You know me. Y'all know me, okay? So my dad's a real straight shooter. He sits me down and he goes, hey, your mother told me what you've been doing in your bedroom. And I was like, yeah, magic. And he goes, I know it feels good, but that's gross. He goes, I'm gonna ask you one question, and I need you to be honest with me. He goes, where are you putting it all? And I was like, Dad, what? Like I'm 13, the only thing I've wanted to do with a girl at this point in my life is saw one in half. I have no idea. I have no idea what he's talking about. And he goes, don't lie to me. When your brother was your age, he clogged his shower drain. When my brother was your age, he would do it into his socks and put it into the laundry. If your mom finds where you're putting it all, she's gonna freak out. So you tell me right now, where are you putting it all? And I was like, Dad, first of all, a magician never tells. Second of all, have you checked behind your ear? Okay, guys, that's my time. I'm Danny Dunn.